It's your boy JBZ back with another one. Go ahead and hit that like and subscribe. It don't hurt to hit that like and subscribe, you guys. Dazz Dillinger is back in the news. I didn't realize that Dazz produced so much on a lot of the Chronic, on a lot of the Tupac album, on a lot of the Snoop Dogg albums, on a lot of the what was they called, the DPG, all them albums. You telling me this boy Dazz was doing his thing? He was the one pumping out the hits. Now, with the work and the engineering of Dr.Dre and some other engineers, yes. But man, this guy right here got all the hits. He basically been sitting down with the art of dialogue, been sitting down with other podcasts, and been telling each other, telling people his story over there recording and making beats for Death Row. If you guys don't know who Dazz Dillinger is, go check him out, man. If you heard the Snoop Dogg Dogg album, if you heard some the Tupac album, the Machiavelli album, those first four joints on the Machiavelli, all Dazz Dillinger. And he was talking about how he don't get credit. He wasn't getting credit for doing the songs. He was getting like beat maker on the thing instead of getting like producer, co-producer, engineering what he's supposed to get. This is the type of thing that happens in the music industry, especially when you're young and you don't know the business like that. It was all fun, something that Dazz loved to do when it came to making beats. He didn't realize at the time, like, this thing was going to go on and be iconic of what he was doing. When you look at the success of Death Row, when you look at the artists that was on Death Row, when you see the hits that was coming out on Death Row, man, he was getting 30,000 here, 20,000 here, 15 here, not knowing the business, not knowing the publishing, not knowing the copyright laws, but yet we grow. And Dazz have grown and understand that. The copyright version coming around from him. And he stated that, man, a lot of his stuff that he produced on the albums and done on these artists' albums, his name has been forged on paperwork. He never signed any paperwork, but yet it was just feeding the money. I get it, you guys. If you go to your main CEO and your CEO talking about, oh man, to shut you up, hey man, here go 45,000. To shut you up, here go $100,000. But you got to split it between you and the dog pound. He then go on and talk about his boy Nate Dogg, man. Nate Dogg was one of those people who, when you heard his voice, oh, that's Nate Dogg. Oh, Nate Dogg got that joint. Nate Dogg had his album out that Dazz helped produce on as well. Corrupt had some of the songs out that he produced as well. And Dazz really poured into the part of how him and Corrupt was just tight like that. But all of a sudden, after Dazz parted ways from Death Row, you know, Corrupt still kind of was around and was kind of absorbing things. And I get it. You know, when you don't have that funding, when you don't have that recording studio, especially a person like Corrupt been around from Jersey to LA. Man, Corrupt been around. Everybody known him as a freestyler. I heard about Corrupt back in the day just freestyling over on the West Coast. One of the things that broke Dazz Dillinger's heart, man, is that he got to go through this family feud with him and his cousin Snoop Dogg. It shouldn't have to be that way. And you would think as family would be like, hey, nephew or cousin, hey, I know this happened to you. We're going to make things right. But yet the way Dazz is feeling, man, and Dazz talking about it on these podcasts, you guys, Dazz is actually saying, man, look, him and Snoop are at odds. They not beefing, but they at odds right now. And they're family members. And they go through this type of stuff. A lot of money has been owed to Dazz Dillinger ever since he been doing things for Death Row. Now, when Suge got locked up, you know, Dazz admit he went over there and all the stuff that he produced, all the stuff that he made, man, he started recording and stuff and taking it back. The reversion is rolling around for him. He gonna own all as you look at what him and Snoop Dogg got going on, you guys, it hurts my heart because this is family. But at the same time, you know what? You can't come between family business. I believe Dazz will get what he deserved. Also, Snoop will get what he deserved. Snoop done took over Death Row, you guys. There's not a lot of catalog over at Death Row right now. Everybody fighting over the masters. Everybody fighting over the, the royalties and the mechanical royalty rights. And Dazz is fighting that battle too. You get the lawyers involved, man. The lawyers make it messy between like husband and wife, family members, and they shouldn't have to go through that. I hope these two come to an agreement, especially something as iconic as what was that? The Chronic, Dog Father, Dog Food, Tupac albums. Daz touched on a topic, man, that really Daz touched on something, you guys, and we heard this on a recording, and it's on YouTube. It's out there. That Tupac shouted out one day, like, "Man, Dre ain't doing that, man. Daz making all the beats." I seen that video before, and one thing that hurt Daz was just the fact is, even though Pac was recording on these songs, man, Death Row and Dre was taking all the credit for it. He even said it in the interview that, man, executive producer was Suge Knight, and none of it was to Dr. Dre nor him. Now, you would think Dr. Dre would get executive rights, right? Especially on the Chronic. When I heard the Chronic, I'm thinking of that joint like, yo, this joint is busting. This is like about 92, 93, 94. It hurt his heart, you guys, knowing that his family members and doing him like that, knowing that other producers was taking the credit for what he was doing. But Daz, credit is coming to you. And in the long run, you and your family, man, y'all get to eat and you get to own everything you did. And you get to start charging these bammers these mechanical royalty rates so you can just see that money pouring in. 5, 10, 20,000 here, people calling you use songs for the movie. This your boy Jay Beezy.